Okay, hello all. In this video, we will talk something about the three-dimensional figure. That means in Chinese, it's called 立體圖形. And so, first of all, I will do some calculation and to some distinguish of the figure in this video. And for the next video, we will draw something and sketch something for the 3D figure. So this one, make sure that you can learn in both videos. Okay, now first one, we are going to talk something about the first word. It's called polyhedron. Polyhedron means 多面體 in Chinese. 多面體 So it's a solid enclosed. Enclosed 即係包住. But you know that this one is the passive voice in Chinese. This one is called 被包圍着. And polygons means in Chinese that means 多面體其實就係由一堆多邊形包圍住出嚟嘅圖形。So we have three different examples. This one is called cube. In Chinese called 正方體. The second one is called cuboid. Cuboid in Chinese is called 長方體. Okay, you may have learned this word in the area and volume of chapter 8. So make sure that you have remember this. And last one is the quadrilateral pyramid. This means that 四面錐體. Okay, in Chinese 四面錐體. All of these are polygon. As a polyhedron. So what can we have is that I will suggest another way that you can learn it easily. That is that if you find something that cannot roll, this one is called polyhedron. 即係唔碌得係一個多面體嚟嘅，正多面體。Okay, let's look at the example for question 1. Okay, now I'm going to determine whether which one is a polyhedron and which one is not a polyhedron. Okay, now I'll give you 15 seconds to do these questions. Okay, now we will tell you the answer. Okay, first of all, look at this. This one is a cylinder. You can call it cylinder, 圓柱體. And this one is called hemisphere, 半球體. You have learned it in geography. Okay, I think that. You can know that for every cylinder and hemisphere, you can say that something that we can roll it because we can put it down here and then we can just like wheel and roll it. And if we turn it the hemisphere to the other side, and you think that it cannot be fixed and it cannot be stayed on a table. So these two is not a polyhedron. But what about these two? This one you can say that this one, whatever we move it, this one can be stayed on the table easily. Okay, in every plane of it. So you will see this one is yes. And this one is also yes. Okay, so this is question 1. We are going to learn something about the polyhedron. Okay, now let's look at the second key point. The second key point is that a regular polyhedron in Chinese is called 正多面體. Or you can go pentatonic sonnet 柏拉圖體. That means that we have the same regular polygon on every face. So this is number 1. They must have the same face. Second one, that must be regular also. Okay, they must be regular. For second, if whichever vertex have the same number of edges connect to it, that means you have the same number of 邊 in Chinese. That means the line you have here, you have the same number. For this one, cube is a very famous regular polyhedron because for every face they are square. Square is obviously a regular polygon. And also we'll see for every point here, you can look at this vertex. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay. And the other one is 1, 2, 3. All of these vertex in Chinese is called 頂點. Okay, let me have a look. 頂點. Okay, this one is called also okay, I make me write better. 頂點. So that every point on the polygon, you must have the same number of edges connect to it. Okay, now so let's look at some examples that make you easy to understand. Okay, now let's look at question 2. Okay, Mr. Tam have told you obviously this one is the regular polyhedron. Okay, now what's more? Okay, now please, I'll give you answer later after you finish the question B and C and D. Okay. Okay, now I will tell you the answer immediately. If you cannot finish, just pause the video now. I can tell you all these three are not regular polyhedron. Okay, because obviously, because you can see this one is a square, but this one is the rectangle. We have different kind of faces in this polyhedron, so this one is not a regular. And for part C, you will see this one is also not, and for part D, this one is also not, because we have the trapezium, and also we have the rectangle here. And for this one, we have triangle and square here. So, Mr. Tam, is there only one cube is a regular polyhedron? No. If only a cube is a regular polyhedron, we do not need to have another name for it for cube. We have something other. For example, we have a tetrahedron. Okay. We have this one is also a regular polyhedron. Mr. Tam is not drawing too good, but you can say that for these four faces, they are all equilateral triangle. They are 等邊三角形. So every time you will see all these three are regular polygon. And what's more is that for every point you will link to three edges, 1, 2, 3, and this one 1, 2, 3, this one 1, 2, 3, and also this 1, 2, 3. So this one is in Chinese is called tetrahedron. 正四面體. So this one is also a regular sorry, this one is called regular tetrahedron. Sorry about that. I must write down regular. Otherwise, it's not true because we have another kind of tetrahedron such like this. So this one is also tetrahedron. Okay, but this one is regular tetrahedrons. Okay, okay. So this is the example for the regular polyhedron. In the real world, we have 5 kinds of pentatonic solid. That means 5 kinds of regular polyhedron. Okay, you know 2 of these, and then you can find the other 3 maybe in your exercise. So hope you can learn it in the in the exercise. So I hope you can find it out. Okay, now we'll go to the last question. This is the question 3 and question 4 at the same time, but we will use the formula to do some calculation. Which one is called for a polyhedron? Mr. Euler's formula has immense and formula is called Euler formula. So later, if you are very careful in life and you want to be a mathematician, if you want to have some new formula by your name, so you can say Chan's formula, Lao's formula, something what's else, etc., etc. You can have your name to just name this formula. Okay, now the formula is that V plus F minus E equal to 2. So what is the meaning of it? V is called vertex. 頂點 And also for this one, for F is called face, 面. Okay, now finally for E, this one is called edges. Edges in Chinese is called 邊. But someone say that this is 零, but I will not think that it's easy for you to understand, so I will just say the 邊. So let's have an example for this cube. You will see there are 8 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 vertices, 8. And for faces, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. For cubes, so we have 6. And minus the edges. How many edges? That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 edges of it. So 8 plus 6 minus 12 is obviously is equal to 2. Every time you find that it's a polyhedron, you will get V plus F minus 2 will be equal to 2 only. So make sure that you learn something here. Okay, now let's do it in the questions. Okay, now let's look at the question 3. It's given that a polyhedron 正當面體 has 14 faces and 36 edges. So that means 14F. This is E. Okay. So find the number of vertices V. Okay, of the polyhedron on the formula. Okay, let's look at this question. Let V, F, E be the number of vertices, faces, and edges of the polyhedron respectively. So F will equal to 14, and E is equal to 36. Okay, now let's do it. By the Euler's formula, V plus F minus E is obvious. Every time is 2. Okay, no other numbers. Okay, so V plus 14 minus 36 will equal to 2. So 2 plus 36 is 38. 38 minus 14. So the answer for the vertex is 28. So there are 28 vertices. Okay, so we can use the V plus F minus E equals 2. Okay, now last we go to question 4. Okay, this time is your turn. I'll give you 11 vertices and 17 edges and find the number of faces by polyhedrons. Okay, now I'll give you 15 seconds, so please do it by yourself. Okay, now we will go to the answer of this question. So if you cannot finish, just pause the video now. Okay, now now Mr. Tam is a little bit lazy, so I will let F be the face. Number of faces. Of the polyhedron only. Okay, I just write something like this. And by Euler's formula, once again, I need to write down Euler's formula because we're going to use this. That is V plus F minus E. So we have 11 vertices. We have 11 plus F minus E, that is 17, equals 2. So we are going to calculate F. So you have 11 plus F equals 19. And then F is equal to 8. So that means the answer, there are 8 faces. Okay, the polyhedron has 8 faces. Okay, now we have finished this video, so make sure that you know we have learned 3 things. First of all, we are going to learn something called polyhedron. And the second thing, we will learn something called regular polyhedron. And the last thing we are going to learn is called, we will have something that Euler's formula to calculate the relationship between the vertices, edges, and faces. Okay, thanks for watching.